This is the Transformers Generation Studio Series 86, figure number 23 from the movie Transformers the movie, way back in 1986. We've got Voyager class Autobot Ratchet. Wow, this figure was, well, this is one of those figures that was really inevitable. Hasbro was going to redo Studio Series 86 Ironhide into Ratchet. And I'm kind of glad they didn't wait a whole year to release this figure. So glad to have him. I can finally get rid of my older figures. I picked up this figure from Robo. Let's get this figure out of the box. And here is Studio Series 86 Ratchet out of the box. And he turned out pretty good, actually. I actually like the way he looks. I think the mold suits this character better than Ironhide. You still see some clear plastic, some interesting paint apps like glossy white paint finish here, some glossy red finish right there. There is some unavoidable mismatch of the white coloration of the entire figure, but that's expected. You get to see a new Autobot Medic logo and that brand new head sculpt. All in all, it's a very, very cool redeco. Let's take a close look at the details of this new Studio Series 86 Voyager class Ratchet. So the figure comes with two blasters, much like Ironhide. You can use them as a regular pistol, or they can alternate that. The instructions don't say this, but I think they work well as repair instruments, like a wrench. The main difference with the accessories is now he comes with these removable light bars, which is pretty cool. They're made of clear plastic that have been painted white and red. You can store the weapons in place of the light bar, but really, why would you want to do that when you can easily store? The instructions do tell you to store the weapons up here as well, but I think they're best stored in the downward position. That either way, it works. Nice silver painted weapons. Not much mold degradation on this figure. Neck is on a ball joint, waist swivel, very tight joints. The hinges on the outward hinges on the shoulders, a little bit loose, but not super loose. Tight swivel joints right here. Bicep swivel, hinge elbows, tight wrists. You got like a hinge, swivel hinges right here over the hips. Thigh swivel, a little bit loose on mine. Hinge knees, pretty tight. Ankle rockers, up and down motion because of transformation. So all in all, not a lot of mold degradation, despite being the third, technically the third version of this mold. And here they all are side by side together, all the Ironhide and Ratchet figures, generation figures in my collection. And with the advent of this new Ratchet figure, I think I can safely dispose of these Earthrise figures. And here he is with the original version of the mold. Now, obviously, this original version did not come with this, but he did come with two blasters. The main difference being is that he's got the light bar and he doesn't. The head sculpt is obviously different, but the same issues remain with the mismatched coloration. Not as poignant as with the Ratchet figure, as with the Ironhide figure, because Ironhide figure is really obviously mismatched, but Ratchet being just mostly white with few red pieces, it's pretty... I think Hasbro did a good job hiding that mismatched colors. And here he is with the original Generations Ratchet that we've had from Earthrise for the longest time. This has been our G1 style Generations Ratchet. And now we have this new Studio Series 86, obviously much better. Not to take anything away from this figure. This figure is still pretty awesome to this day, but there's just a lot of things that this figure does better. It is a Voyager class figure, but the scale is exactly the same as a large deluxe class figure. But the engineering is definitely way better. So transformation, go ahead and do this. Fold this chest piece out. Okay, fold it out. Fold out these pieces right here. Fold the head in. Fold these up. Unpeg and rotate. This one goes up like this. And you're gonna tab these forearms together. Fold the fists this way and put them in a position like this. Okay, and this thing is going to close up, and then here you're going to fold these up like this. Okay. Fold up the feet, fold these up, fold these up, fold the feet up, fold up, fold up like this. I'm going to join the feet together, And just line up everything. Okay. Oh. Okay, there we go. Now I want to see if they've fixed some of the things that were really cumbersome and tedious to do with the old Ironhide figure. And it's probably this. These joints are a lot easier to do so. Because I remember on my Ironhide, this peg had a stress joint because it was just too tight, the clearances. It was just splitting those pegs apart. So this one, they fixed it. It's a lot easier to tab in now. Same with these pegs right here. Now, this is the ultimate test. I want to see if they've actually fixed these pegs of doom. If you can actually tab. Okay, there we go. It's the first time I've transformed this figure. I did it on camera, and it's pretty good. It's missing some paint, obviously. I'm sure they're going to fix that in later releases, but it's an all-white ambulance. The instructions tell you you can replace the light bar with these blaster pistols, but I mean, really, he's an ambulance. Why would you need blaster pistols on top? I mean, it's an option. I do recognize that they've put that as an option. If you wanted to, you put him in battle mode. You can place the guns right here. The instructions do tell that as well. Battle mode, but the best place, like I said in my Ironhide review, is here as exhaust pipes, and I think that's where it should be. Being an ambulance, you should have the light bar. Okay, so pretty cool. Let's do some comparisons. Here he is with the original mold, Ironhide. You can see mismatched coloration is a lot more obvious with the Ironhide mold and less poignant with the Ratchet mold. Here is the original Ratchet. The original Generations Ratchet, which is the Earthrise impossible to get selects Voyager class or deluxe class Ratchet. They're roughly the same size. I mean, he feels he's actually a lot bigger in alt mode than this new Voyager class, but yeah, he's got the stripe. I think that's better. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to re-release this figure with a stripe. The white color on this one matches better than this one. But like I said earlier, I do prefer the toothpaste white on this figure. Looking at these two side by side, if you have this figure, do you really need another Ratchet in your collection? If you're really very strict on accuracy, yeah, obviously this figure is superior to this one. But like I said, you don't have to. I mean, you can live with this figure as your Generations Ratchet. It's fine. You might just need to get some upgrades to get rid of the unsightly feet sticking out in the back. But it's not a bad figure. But if you want a more accurate alt mode, better engineering, definitely this is the Ratchet for you. Still a good figure, but definitely a better figure with this new one. And if you want to see all 4 figures in their alt modes, it's Studio Series versus Earthrise. And so some final thoughts on the Studio Series 86 Voyager class Ratchet. It's really a good figure. I think it's a great redeco. I think the redeco or the mold suits this character better than Ironhide, but needless to say, these are the 2 best Generation style G1 versions of these 2 characters. And having said that, do you really need to pick them up right now? If you're the hardcore collector, yeah, obviously, these are the best versions of these characters for the Generations line. But if you're the casual collector and you already have the previous Generations figures, you have the classics, the Universe, the Henkei, I mean, if you even have the Siege versions of these characters, I mean, you can stick with them. If you have the Earthrise, good for you. Those are pretty difficult to find. You don't really need to rush out and hunt these figures down, because I'm pretty sure Hasbro is going to re-release and reissue the heck out of these molds. We've already seen that with Ironhide. They've reissued him with Prowl and with that battle damage, and I don't think it's such a far-fetched idea that we're going to see this guy done in the same treatment with a solid pieces of plastic for the chest and for these pieces right here, together with brawn, maybe brawn, or a smoke screen, who knows. They'll have the battle damage, but knowing Hasbro, I don't think they'll put brawn with this figure. They'll probably put a redeco of the Prowl mold, probably Silver Streak. That's just me knowing Hasbro all too well. I think they're going to partner the Prowl mold with this figure with the solid pieces and have those battle damage. They're probably going to release that as a Target exclusive buzzworthy Bumblebee line. And then this is what I'm pretty sure of, and a lot of collectors are saying this, there's going to be a third version of this mold with no battle damage, 0 battle damage, all solid pieces, no clear plastic pieces, and animation accurate colors. You can wait for those versions. You don't have to go and rush out if you're the casual collector. But if you buy everything, you're the completist, obviously you got to pick these. So with that, I'm going to give the figure I'm going to say a 10 out of 10. I was just really impressed with the way they fixed the clearances and tolerances of the tabs, especially with the transformation. I think the colors are better. You get more plastic for this figure because of the light bar. It's a fantastic head sculpt. The clear plastic doesn't bug me as much. So yeah, a 10 out of 10 I think seems fair. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this Transformers Generations Studio Series 86 from the movie Transformers and the movie back in 1986. Voyager class Ratchet. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.